if I told you that America could save $113 billion a year, and that every household on average could save over $1,100? I think we can all agree this sounds pretty good, but you would probably ask, what's the catch? And there is a catch, and that is that there's a huge problem in our country, and that is the problem of illegal immigration. Now you would ask, how is this possible? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about the staggering numbers that are in our country. I want to talk about the costs that they are causing to our country. And then I want to talk about the necessary action that we can take to prevent and end illegal immigration. So how many are really here? And that question is not easy to answer because no one knows the answer. Since they are undocumented, nobody knows exactly how many are here, but it's estimated that there are 23 million in our country right now. And if you think about that number, there are 300 million Americans in our country, and if you add 23 million to that, it's 7% of our population. So you figure 7% of all people in our country are undocumented, and we have no idea that they're here. And of those numbers, there are 380,000 what are called anchor babies born a year in the United States. And what they are is it's children of illegal parents. The parents will cross the border and they will have their children here. And because they're born, they automatically gain American citizenship. So there's 380,000 of them being born a year. And also an interesting fact along with that is when that child grows up and is 21 years old, they can apply and have their parents brought here. So their parents break the law, they come into our country, have children here, and then in 21 years, we will invite them back into our country even though they broke the laws. So it just kind of blows my mind that our country allows stuff like that. And also, there are 630,000 illegal immigrants in jail. And that number is 29% of all people that are in jail. So we are paying to have these illegal aliens in our prisons. And how do these numbers translate into cost? Well, education, and that is education not only for illegal children, but also for the anchor babies. It is $13 billion a year. For social services, who has to track them down and kind of try to help the problem, it is $28 billion a year. Welfare, we're actually providing them with welfare, is $17 billion. And incarceration, the cost of having them in our prison, is $10 billion a year. Now those numbers that I gave you account for roughly $68 billion. And that doesn't take into account money that is earned here by the illegals and wired to the countries. It's mostly Mexico. It doesn't count for food stamps. We're providing them food stamps to go out and get food. Unemployment and disability, we're actually providing them with those unemployment and disability, and they don't pay a dime in taxes, but they're getting these benefits from our government, and that's coming from us, the taxpayers, so we're paying to have them in the country. And to top it all off, they're taking American jobs. Now, a lot of people will deny this and say that they're taking jobs that Americans don't want, but I think this chart here shows that there are some skilled jobs out there that Americans definitely want. You can see that 36% of installation workers are illegal, roofers 29%, drywall 28%, and so on. And my dad is actually a drywaller, so he can attest to the fact that they're making it very difficult for American workers. They come here and they work for low wages because they don't have to pay taxes or anything, and it's actually a lot of money for them. So it's making it tough for him and his other drywallers to compete. So after hearing this, you might want to know, what is the government doing about this? And through all my research, I really don't know. So I figured it'd be best to kind of show you a video of what is actually going on. And in this video, the person they're interviewing is Barack Obama's aunt, who is an illegal immigrant. That's not good. Okay. Well, will it work? We need to upgrade Adobe Flash Player. That's inconvenient.